It's never hard to tell when the desperation sets in and you're looking for parts. We've all been there. It's called make and do with what you have. So here we've come out of the carburetor with 1/2 inch, sized up to 3/4 into a 90. You can see how heavy this thing is getting already. T cheap valve, bunch of couplers, reducers to get it to 1.25 inch, and this is the sad part here, is because the only thing I have to run the gas from the gasifier to the engine to the generator is this cheap flexible sump pump hose, which is 1.25 inch. Thankfully the gas is cool, but definitely not anything that's rated for gas, so it'll probably destroy that pipe before long, I'm sure. I don't even know if these valves are good for gas. Anyway, from there we go into our, we're teed off and we go into our air valve, which then goes into an air cleaner off of a previous lawnmower. So I thought it might be a good idea to keep that air filtered. I've instead of just picking up whatever debris laying around, especially when the engine starts up, it's going to kick up some dust, and we don't really want to be feeding that right back into our engine. We do have this blow-by tube that comes off the crankcase pressure of the engine, and there is actually a spot over here to tie that back in. At this point I'm not really going to worry about that. This is more the experimental thing. I'm also going to have to drain the fuel out of here. This will be old skunky fuel in here, so I'll shut the fuel off. I'll maybe disconnect the fuel line so that we don't get the impression that I might be running it off of gasoline. I probably should have started it on gasoline. It's been a long time since it's been running. But what we'll do is we're going to run this hose on that crappy black hose there, and we're going to run it out. I have a hole through the shop there. The gasifier is just behind the big door there. We will bring some gas in and hopefully get this thing to fire up, and I'll have to fire the gasifier back up. It's still cooling down. There's still some hot embers in there. Might be able to just add some fuel and she'll hopefully go. I've never done that part of it before, but I'm pretty sure that's a common practice. You keep your fire buried, and I'll maybe let the gasifier warm back up again here while I make these modifications. I just wanted to give you an update here. I think what I'm going to have to do here though, before we get going too far, is I'm going to have to support this here. It's either going to turn down and hit the ground, or it's just going to find a weak spot and break something, so we don't want either. So I'll maybe wire that up there. I'll just hog tie her up so she's stable. Okay, we'll maybe talk to you here once I get everything hooked together here and we're getting ready to fire up.